Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a pearl and gemstone necklace featuring a larger focal bead in the center. I'll be showing you two easy construction methods using 10 pounds fishing line. As always, we'll be using fishing line only, no tools and no crimps. This design is elegant and eye-catching with a larger focal bead that gives it a beautiful statement look. Even though the finished necklace look identical, the way we construct them will be slightly different. Let's now take a closer look at the length and bead counts for the necklaces shown in the video. To make this design easier to understand, we can divide the necklace into 3 parts, 2 beaded side sections, and the middle focal section. The middle focal section for all versions is just slightly over 3 inches long. Now let's look at each example. The lapis version measures about 17 inches in total length, not including the clasp and chain. It uses 40 beads on each side, which makes 80 beads in total for the side sections. Each side section measures approximately 7 inches long. This length sits comfortably along the neckline and works well as an everyday statement piece. The amethyst version measures about 18 inches in total, not including the clasp and chain. It uses 43 beads on each side for a total of 86 beads in the side sections. Each side section measures about 7.5 inches long. This length gives a slightly more relaxed fit while still highlighting the focal bead. The pearl version measures about 19 3/4 inches in total length, not including the clasp and chain. It uses 54 beads on each side, for a total of 108 beads in the side sections. Each side section measures approximately 8.25 inches long. This length creates a classic and refined look, allowing the focal bead to stand out beautifully. And the orange agate version measures about 12.5 inches in total length, not including the clasp and chain. It uses 30 beads on each side for a total of 60 beads in the side sections. Each side section measures approximately 4.75 inches long. The shorter version sits higher on the necklace and creates a choker-style look. Even though these beads are labeled as 4 millimeters, their actual sizes can vary slightly depending on the material. That small difference can affect your final length. Before you start stringing, it's always best to lay your beads out first and check your measurement. If you have a beading board, simply arrange the beads in order. If not, you can place them carefully on your mat to estimate the finished length before you begin. Today, I'll show you 2 different ways to construct this necklace. Method 1 starts from the clasp end. This method is helpful if you already know how many beads you plan to use and prefer securing one end first. Method 2 starts from the center focal section and builds outward. This method makes it easier to check the length as you go and adjust before finishing. Both methods are equally strong when reinforced properly. The difference is simply where you begin and how the workflow feels. For today's demonstration, I'll be making the 18-inch amethyst version using method 1, and the 12.5-inch orange agate version using method 2. The materials shown here are for the amethyst version. 1 12 millimeters focal glass bead, 8 millimeter pearls, 86 4 millimeter amethyst beads, 4 2 by 6 millimeters gold tone spacers, 1 lobster clasp, 2 inches of link chain, 10 pounds fishing line. For method 2, I'll be using 60 pieces of 4 millimeters orange agate instead of amethyst. I'm using Rollo style link chain here, but any link chain will work. If your clasp is too large for your chain, you can use a jump ring instead. And of course, you may use any clasp style you prefer. During the tutorial, I'll refer to the fishing line as thread. Alright, let's make an amethyst pearl necklace using method 1. Cut your thread to about 3 times the length of your finished necklace. For my 18-inch necklace, I'm cutting approximately 54 inches of thread. If it helps, you can color the tips of the thread so they're easier to see. Pass one end of the thread through the clasp and bring both ends together so the clasp sits at the center of the thread. Keeping both ends together, begin stringing the side section. Add your 4mm beads. For my necklace, I'm stringing 43 amethyst beads. Once you've added your designated number of 4mm beads, we'll move on to the middle focal section. Welcome back! Still holding both thread ends together, add 1 spacer bead, then 4 pearls, then another spacer bead. Next, add the 12mm focal bead. At this point, pause and check your length. Since the 12mm bead will sit at the center of the necklace, you should measure half of your desired total length up to the middle of that focal bead. For example, if you're making an 18-inch necklace like mine, you should measure about 9 inches up to the center of the 12mm bead. If the length is not correct, adjust by adding or removing 4mm beads from the side section before continuing. Now it's time to separate the threads. We need to slide the beads to allow one traveling thread to be longer than the other. The longer thread should measure approximately the full necklace length plus at least 5 to 6 extra inches. The shorter thread should also have about 5 to 6 inches remaining. To demonstrate this clearly, I'm using shorter strands. Please do not try to pull only one end of the thread. It may not move, and if you force it, the fishing line can curl or become damaged. Instead, hold the clasp and gently shift all the beads along the thread first. Then, carefully pull one thread while holding the end bead, which in this case is the 12mm bead. Repeat this process until your thread lengths are properly adjusted. Now, let's return to the necklace we've been working on. Once the threads are separated, hold the longer thread and complete the middle focal section. Add 1 spacer bead, 4 pearls, and another spacer bead. Then, add the same number of 4mm beads on the longer thread as you did on the first side. For me, that is 43 amethyst beads. After adding all the beads, pass the longer thread through the end of the chain. Then thread it back through the beads you just added until it meets the shorter thread near the focal bead. When both threads meet, tie 2 secure knots. Before trimming, I want to explain something important about the final shape. The number of securing knots and where you place them can slightly change how the necklace drapes. In the pearl version, I tied 2 knots within the 8mm pearls in the middle focal section before trimming the thread. This keeps the area more flexible and creates a softer, U-shaped drape. In the amethyst version, I tied the same 2 knots within the 8mm pearls in the middle focal section, then passed 2 4mm side beads beyond the spacer and added 1 additional final knot. That additional knot creates a small tension point, which makes the bottom appear slightly more structured and square. So even 1 extra knot can subtly change the angle of the necklace. If you prefer a more structured look, travel a little further and add an additional securing knot before trimming. Just make sure both sides are tied and finished at the same bead position so the necklace remains symmetrical. Now let's secure the threads. After tying your 2 central knots, take 1 thread and pass it through the 12mm bead, the spacer, and 1 pearl. Tie a knot. Pass through 2 more pearls and tie another knot. If you prefer a softer, more drapey look, pass through 1 more pearl and trim the thread at that point. If you prefer a more structured shape, continue passing through the last spacer and 2 4mm beads. Tie another knot, pass through 2 more beads, and then trim the excess threads. Now repeat the same process with the other thread. Pass it through the spacer and pearl, tie a knot, then pass through 2 more pearls and tie another knot. Continue to the same finishing positions as the first side, making sure both sides match for symmetry. Trim the excess thread. Your first necklace is now complete. Let's move on to method 2 and make another beautiful one. For method 2, I'll be using 4mm orange agate beads instead of amethyst. Cut your thread to approximately 3 times the length of your finished necklace. For this method, we will begin from the middle focal section. Hold one end of the thread and start by adding 1 spacer, 4 8mm pearls, 1 spacer, the 12mm focal bead, 1 spacer, 4 8mm pearls, and 1 spacer. Once the middle focal section is complete, begin adding your 4mm beads on the side. In my case, I'm adding 30 beads on this side. The only thing to be mindful of is the beads sliding off the thread. However, since the thread is long and the middle focal section has some weight, the beads should stay in place if you lay the necklace flat on the table while working. After finishing one side, add the same number of 4mm beads to the other side. For me, that is also 30 beads. Now that all the beads are added, hold both sides of the thread near the last 4mm beads and gently lift the necklace. Try it on and check the length in the mirror. If you need to adjust the length, add or remove the same number of 4mm beads on both sides. Once you're satisfied with the length, we can continue. Take one end of the thread and pass it through the clasp. Then thread it back through about 5 4mm beads. This temporarily secures that side and prevents the beads from sliding freely, so we can work comfortably on the other side. Now take the other end of the thread and pass it through the chain. Then thread it back through all the 4mm beads on that side, through the spacer, 4 8mm pearls, another spacer, and finally through the 12mm center bead. Stop once you reach the center bead. The other thread has already passed through 5 4mm beads. Now continue threading back through the remaining 4mm beads, the spacer, 4 8mm pearls, and the final spacer until both threads meet in the middle focal section. Once both threads meet, tie 2 secure knots. Now, we'll finish the threads. After tying the 2 secure knots, take one thread and begin securing it by traveling into one side of the necklace. Pass through the spacer and 1 pearl, then tie another knot. Pass through 2 more pearls and tie another knot. If you prefer a softer, more drapey look, pass through 1 more pearl and trim the thread there. If you prefer a more structured shape, continue through the last spacer in 2 4mm beads. Tie another knot, pass through 2 more beads, and then trim the excess thread. Now take the other thread and secure it in the opposite direction, passing through the center bead section and continuing into the side beads. Finish it at the same bead position as the first side so the necklace remains symmetrical. Trim the excess thread. Your second necklace is now complete. I hope you enjoyed making these beautiful necklaces, and I hope you enjoy wearing them too.